Hello, this is author Natalie M. Kennedy. How are you? About the books. Here we are. And you're wondering when I'm going to start talking about those books. Well, first, let's talk about me. Getting to know you, getting to know all about me. About the books, about me. There you go. Born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Um, I was raised by a village, actually. My mom, a single mom, for the most part. She got married like really late in my life, but raised by a single mom. But I was also raised by her best friend and then her best friend's mother. And then there was a few other aunties down the street and across the street. So I was raised by a village, you know what I mean? So, and I love that. And I actually wrote about that in some of my books that we'll be talking about later. But I was raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My fourth grade teacher said that I was going to be an artist, and all I knew was that I was going to be uh, doing stick figures. But she said, there's an art, creativity inside of you, she said to me. And I said, oh, okay. I didn't start writing until I was like in the eighth grade or so. I was kind of like the black sheep, so I really didn't want to hang around my brother and my people, my family. They always was crazy to me. So I was in my little room listening to Michael Jackson, or at that time it was the Jackson Five and Gladys Knight, and I would write. I would write about what I was feeling. Journaling, that's the first thing to bringing your voice to life. So I was writing then, and then as soon as I graduated, I went into the military, 20 plus years in the U.S. Navy. And I was writing then because I was meeting lots of people, different places I was going, and I wrote about it. And as soon as I got out, I continued to write because I grew up in the military. So, you had to grow up fast and discipline and adapt. So the childlike in me was there, and I had to get it out. So I wrote like a child, and we'll talk about that later. And that was me expressing the childlike in me. I wrote about many of the places that I went and the people that I met, and that was my first book, Silent Hearts, that was republished into Unleashed Voices, and we'll talk about that later. But I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. I mean, we can write about anything, you know what I mean? So, anyway, I went from here to there to everywhere, the West Coast to East Coast, and landed in Florida, which I am residing in now. And I love Florida, it's fine. Would I ever go back to Philadelphia? Probably not. But I like Florida. It's okay. We just don't have the snow, and I like snow. So anyway, I like the coolness of it all. But I also like the ocean, where I love to write by the water. I also like sitting out silently on a causeway or on my patio, and I can write there. I saw some squirrels the other day, and I wanted to write a story about that. So we can always write about something. You can write too as well. We're going to talk about that later, how you can bring your voice to life. Let's see. In Florida, yes, I am. I do a lot of volunteering. I see a lot of different people and I see how they talk and walk and how they express. And I continue to write about that as well. I got a couple of manuscripts that I wrote with my experience being at the VA as a veteran and the people that walked about. So um, I have a lot of stories, and I think you have stories in you too. But I have a lot of stories in me, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to publish it. And that'll be that journey that you will go along with me, hopefully on this YouTube channel about the books with author Natalie M. Kennedy. So that's a little bit about me. We'll talk more. A lot of me will come out here and there. And hopefully I can put the subscribe button. I hope that I can make the like and share. You can like my videos and share them with others as we go on this writing journey, excuse me, and talk about the books, about my books, my mistakes, my successes, the books I've written, the books I haven't written yet, the books that are collecting dust, the books, manuscripts that I have. We're going to talk about that, and hopefully you'll be able to ask me some questions, and I can help you along the way. I just recently found out that I'm an editor of somebody's book that I didn't even know that got published in June, and I'm going to get that book, and I'm going to show you and tell you about that story, how that all came about, because I just found out today. How about that? That I was actually put on as an editor So shouldn't I have gotten some money? We're going to talk about that too, because my life of doing things for free has been way over. And now that I'm more knowledgeable about things, hopefully I can help and share. And maybe, I can get a little coinage here and there. I mean, really. But anyway, it's all good to give back and share what we know. And that way, that's how we grow. So that was a little bit about me, author Natalie M. Kennedy, about the books. Did I tell you I volunteer all the time? I'm a volunteer guru. Or some people call me a volunteer nerd, but I love giving back. And my writings I give back. I've done some workshops to at least help a few people begin to write, and they went on their way, and that was for free. Mm-mm. Anyway, we'll talk about that too. Don't stop shaking your head. So, we're going to do a lot of talking, and hopefully, I'll get some comments. Hopefully, I'll come on live and you can ask me some questions and we can go from there. Okay. Follow me, if you may, at Over the Books TV on Instagram. Okay. And follow me at Natalie M. Kennedy underscore author on Instagram as well. And on this channel, like, share, and hopefully we'll get that subscribe button and you can see me every time I pop up. Wouldn't that be great? It will be. This is Natalie M. Kennedy, all about the books, and hope to see you soon.